Welcome to the Box Labs hardware installation guide. If you are watching this, you've opted to install your Box Labs hardware yourself. This guide will walk you through the process and make it very simple for you to get your new point of sale system up and running. Let's go over each item you should have before starting. This biggest box is the point of sale system itself. We have the barcode scanner here, the cash drawer, the keyboard and mouse combo, and the receipt printer. You will need to make sure you have at least 2 power sockets available before starting. If you are using a wired payment terminal and are going to be directly connecting the Box BOS system as well, you will also need 2 open RJ45, also called Ethernet ports, on your wall socket or switch. They look like this. So let's clear off our workspace and begin. The first item we will unbox is the cash drawer. I like to open it from the top and then flip it upside down and shake out the drawer so it falls perfectly on top of the desk. So once we have the drawer box open, we can see this little baggie inside. This will contain the keys to your drawer as well as an RJ11 connector. This is the same cable that telephones use. This cable connects the cash drawer to the receipt printer so that it can open through the software. We will wire this now since it is at the bottom of the cash drawer and it'll be easiest to do it now. We'll pull it out the direction our receipt printer is going to be. I'm going to put the receipt printer on the right side, so I'm going to plug in the RJ11 cable and wire it through to the right of the drawer. We'll just set this cable aside for now because it's going to plug into the back of the receipt printer. Okay, so let's unbox the receipt printer now. We'll just pull this little flap up here and open the box. Inside you will see the receipt printer itself and then a smaller box which will contain all the wires necessary to install it. So there's a few things we don't need. This disc here, the manual, however you should keep it somewhere if you want to refer back to it at some point, and this old style connector which we also won't need. What we will need is the power adapter for the printer, the power cable for the printer, and the USB cable that will connect from the printer to the system. The printer comes with a small sample roll of thermal paper that we can put in the printer as well. We can pull this small lever here to open the printer. It has a sample receipt page in there which we can throw out. And then we want to make sure we put the roll in with the curve facing down, not up. It looks like it should go up, but don't put it in that way because if you do, the printer won't print on the paper. So we'll put it in there with the curve facing down and we'll just close the lid and then the printing paper will be sitting properly. So there's 2 small notches on the back of the printer. If we just pull up on each one, the back plate will come off. Now we've exposed all the ports which we will plug the wires into. We will take the power cable and adapter from the printer. One end goes into the wall socket, the other goes into the power adapter, and then we will wire the actual connector nicely through the back of our desk, or maybe it's a counter with a hole cut out in it. Once you've wired it through nicely, you will have all the necessary cables laid out ready to be plugged into the printer. We have the RJ11, power, and USB connectors. They plug in like this. Each one will go in its designated port, and it will snap in nicely. Once we're done, we're going to gently wire it through the back of the printer notch here, and we're just going to close the lid. We can now press the power button on the printer. You will see a blue light come on, and you will know that your printer is working. Let's open the POS system now. I like to open this the same way I do with the drawer. We'll cut open the top and flip it upside down. Removing the box gently, it should fall out smoothly. Once we have it out, we can grab the power cable and adapter here and set it aside. And we can pull off this plastic. There will be a metal lip in which you can pull out. This will support the system as it stands up. We're going to put this on top of the cash drawer. If you're using a cash drawer which is mounted below the desk, then just put the system on top of the counter. So the power cable for the system will go in just like the receipt printer. One end in the wall socket, the other into the power adapter, and then we will route it up nicely behind our desk. There's a little plastic lip at the bottom middle of the system. We can tilt the system back a bit and then remove this magnetic lip. This will reveal all the ports that we need to plug wires into. We can take the power connector for the system and we'll wire that nicely under the little groove here, and we'll plug it into the power port on the left side. Now if we look in between the 2 screens on the system, on the right hand side, we're going to see the power button. We can press this and it'll turn blue, and the system will boot into Windows 11. We can also plug in our printer USB cable. We can also plug in our Ethernet RJ45 connector into the RJ45 port on the system if you're using a wired connection. Now, whether you're using a wired connection or a wireless connection, you need to ensure that the network that your point of sale system is going to be on is the same network as the dispensing platform. They need to be able to communicate in order for Box to work. Let's unbox the keyboard and mouse. Inside, you will have the mouse, the keyboard, and a small USB dongle for allowing the wireless connection. Let's plug that dongle into the system now. As soon as we do that, we can see the keyboard and mouse will almost immediately connect to the system, and I can move the mouse and hit keys on the keyboard and get a response. I'm going to quickly move the keyboard to plug in the last item, the barcode scanner. Inside the barcode scanner box, you will find the barcode scanner and a cable that plugs into the scanner on one end and a USB port on the system in the other end. Let's connect it and wire it nicely into the USB port. Your scanner will make a noise and light up when it is connected. We can now put the cover back on the system. Let's put the keyboard back up on the drawer. You have now successfully installed your Box Labs point of sale system. If you look on the desktop, you will see an icon called Box Labs Remote Client. Launch this and give the ID to a Box Labs support professional to finish the rest of your installation remotely. Thanks for watching.